We are in Egypt, on the beautiful shores of Alexandria, where the alluring waves of the Mediterranean tempt us to linger and rest a while. But this time, the purpose of our visit is not so much to photograph scenery as it is to photograph people. And we know of no more fitting way to meet the modern people of Egypt than by way of music, as rendered by the band of the University of Alexandria. Here we see little to remind us that we are in the land of the ancient pharaohs. Your narrator believes the quickest way to get acquainted with the people in any country is to ask them simple but tactful questions about themselves.
Mr. Motza, were you born in Egypt?
Yes, in Cairo.
In Cairo. And what is your occupation?
I work for General Motors Near East in the technical department.
General Motors. What is the attitude here toward foreign enterprise?
They are welcomed and they are appreciated.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. And, Captain, is there any word that you'd like to say in conclusion?
The captain answers in his own language to the effect that he would like to extend warmest greetings from his country to the democratic peoples of the world. And being the local head of the National Tourist Police, a unique organization which caters exclusively to visitors, he naturally invites the whole world to visit the land of the pyramids. The most popular college sport in Egypt is football, or soccer. Here we witness a game between the Faculty of Commerce and the Faculty of Law of the King Farouk University. Today, the two great universities of Egypt, the King Fahd First Foundation in Cairo and the King Farouk First University in Alexandria, number between them more than 20,000 students, female as well as male. The young women of Egypt are now enjoying privileges that were unknown to their mothers. This young lady, for example, is one of the first of her sex to be permitted to practice law in the land of the pharaohs, and her companions are all college students, modern in thought and deed, but still a little shy of strangers from the outside world. And speaking of modern freedoms for women in Egypt, here is an outstanding example. In any country, it is a privilege to meet such an attractive and talented young lady as Miss Akila El-Nakib. She is not only an expert horsewoman, she also excels in golf, tennis, and swimming, speaks 7 languages fluently, and is an accomplished musician. Her father, Dr. El-Nakib Pasha, is the director of this King Fahd First Hospital, one of the most modern in all of Egypt. And it is here that we meet another fine example of modern Egyptian womanhood. This young nurse informs us that she is only one of many Egyptian girls who have become public nurses in the past generation, and she modestly expresses great interest in her work, as well as the hospital which she so proudly serves. And now, by way of contrast, we behold the Egypt of yesteryear, the same old Egypt that was known to Cleopatra and the builders of the pyramids. In a land that is often credited with being the cradle of Western civilization, where men like Moses and Pythagoras went to school, it is difficult to understand why the past clings so tenaciously to the present. But it must be borne in mind that life as we see it here is narrowing down to remote districts. And with the compulsory educational program now inaugurated by the government, it is safe to predict that this phase of Egyptian life is destined to become obsolete. In fact, if the present rate of progress continues, in another generation or two, the antiquated customs of ancient Egypt may be completely obliterated. No picture of ancient or modern Egypt, however, would be complete without a camel, which from time immemorial has been picturesquely associated with the land of the pharaohs. Returning to modern Alexandria, we are privileged to meet Lieutenant Colonel Ibrahim Mustafa, commander of the municipal police, who was trained under the strict military routine of the British when they maintained troops in Egypt. And although the British soldiers have since withdrawn from Alexandria, he honors them still by maintaining their martial traditions as well as their music, a selection of which is now rendered by this all-Egyptian band. An Egyptian band playing Men of Harlech is certainly a fair tribute to Wales. And saints alive, hear what they're playing now, a medley of familiar old Irish tunes. Naturally, there were Scots among the soldiers who established British training in Egypt. And if there is any doubt about it, just open your eyes and ears to this. And so life goes among the Egyptian people on parade.